Good day, happy travelers. Happy New Year. If your New Year's resolution is to do more cruises and perhaps more cruises while saving money, then this is for you. We are going to take a look at all the cruise deals that are currently available for the first part of January, and all the marketing machines at the cruise lines, they are in play right now. Royal Caribbean up to $800 off. Norwegian Cruise Lines, $1,500 off all cruises. And Carnival Cruise Lines $1 room upgrade is the special right now. Now, that's not from going like from interior to an ocean view or ocean view to balcony or balcony to a suite. That's not the upgrade they're talking about. They're talking about you in an interior room on deck 8 going to deck 9 for $1. That's the gig there. Trust me, I was really excited when I bought a room, tried to upgrade, and they were like, well, you see, that's not how it works. And what we do here, just in case you're new to the channel, we got 10,000 cells of data. I go in with frequency and I look by region, by carrier. So we're going to look at pricing for Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Carnival. We're going to look for the Caribbean and Alaska cruises. We're going to look for this year and next year, and we're going to break it down by seasons, because when you cruise absolutely matters as to the price. So if you're going, the regions we look at for the Caribbean is before spring break, after spring break, summer break, hurricane season, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. And again, we'll do that for this year and next year. And the reason we look at all those ranges is all of them are peak and off peak in one shape or fashion. And the only way to know that you're getting a deal, that they're going to tell you that this is a deal. And the only way that you're going to know it's a deal is if the price actually goes higher or lower. So we take that data and we turn it into what I like to call pie charts. Now, I want to start here with Icon Class, because when you book, and especially if you're looking for a great deal, absolutely matters. And when we looked just the other day, this was the chart the other day for Icon of the Seas, and the price, the best price I can find, and what you're going to see here is the best price. So if you're looking for the best price, I'm going to show it to you. If you're looking for just one, for a very specific date range that you're looking at least you'll have a baseline of how good of a deal it is against the best price the cruise lines are offering. Icon of the Seas went all the way down to $1,500. And that was right here for the February cruise, $1,591. And the interior was down for $1,441. And I took this at about 11 p.m. yesterday. And the onboard credit promotion expired, and now that this is the same price. The balcony room is now $2,166. So that's back in alignment. If you take a look at this graph, it's always been between $1,900 and $2,100. It went down, now it went back up. So when you book, how, like, hey, do I have to look often? Is it kind of close? Royal Caribbean is a very volatile cruise line. Unlike Carnival, you'll see in succeeding slides here, but Royal Caribbean is a very volatile cruise line with their prices, and they fluctuate greatly. But if you were to go in right now, you would see that when you book absolutely matters. So if you want a balcony, you can get it for as low as $1,800 right now, or you can spend $2,250. That's per person. So that's $400 per person, or $800 per room double occupancy. And of course, that includes port fees. So you can go on Royal Caribbean right now and book it, but it absolutely matters. It's the same ship, same balcony room. It's just the price fluctuates so much over a 3-month period of time. We're just looking at the first part of 2025, Q1, mid Q2. Let's hop into the next one. Price trends here. I will note that the Icon Class ships, specifically for Q1, Q2 of next year, the trend is going up. If we take a look at Utopia of the Seas right now, $1,078 for a balcony, $1,000, $950 for a balcony, all the way to $1,300. Again, there's that $400 swing, and that's even noted on a 3 and a 4 day cruise. So even on the shorter cruises, you still have that $400 swing. And interior rooms $800 up to $1,050. And again, that's $250. Again, when you book, if you look for a range, you can save money if you're not picky on your dates. So that's the moral of the story there. Even if we add in Star of the Seas, another 10,000 person cruise ship, you can see that the prices go up and down, they fluctuate, they vary every day. Absolutely matters, and it's the difference between saving hundreds of dollars, or as I like to say, about 10 to 20 pina coladas. That's the savings. That's the value savings, or an internet package. I spent like $200 on Wi-Fi. I just got off Adventure of the Seas, by the way, so I'm excited to be back looking at prices here. So here we go. So this is hurricane season. One quick note, I'm going to go back a slide. Hurricane season is a very interesting time in the cruise world because these cruises that we were looking at for summer, you got them bound between 1750 and 2450 for balcony rooms. That's the best price for summer. If we go to hurricane season, look at the price range. It goes all the way down to 1800, 1850 bucks. That's 600 bucks per person. Again, another way to save money if you're looking to get on one of the Icon class ships. Here's the Star of the Seas pricing. It launches summer of this year, August. Best price for a balcony is 1824, and it's pretty tight wound between 1824 and 1900, about 2000 per person. Interior, the best you can do is about $1,500, and if you're not careful, you can spend up to, well, really sky's the limit, but just under 1,800 is worth noting. And if you're going to Christmas, going for Thanksgiving, the price is about $3,000, $2,700 to $3,000 for a balcony, and interior rooms are down $1,200 or so. And then next summer, if you're like, hey, maybe next year it's cheaper than this year, it's just not the case right now. The difference between 25 and 26, it's very close. The savings aren't necessarily, as a matter of fact, they're trending higher. It's not the big savings that we're used to seeing. So if we go to if Icon class is Royal Caribbean's funnest ship, Excel class for Carnival is Carnival's funnest ships, and where they go out of, you got Jubilee out of Galveston, Mardi Gras, and Celebration, and so really wherever you want to go. So it's the same ship, it's a cookie cutter, but we'll be able to see here, we'll get the same experience for a cost difference. Let's start off with the first part of next year. We're looking at Mardi Gras here. 766 is the best interior that you can get at 1100. And that's actually, I mean, we're running into last minute cruise deals for this ship. That's a ship in high demand, and they know what they got, and they're charging appropriately for it. Is it cheaper than Icon? Yeah, it's about $500 cheaper than Icon. Here is the Jubilee. So now we're cost comparing on the same ship. So one's out of Port Canaveral, one's out of Galveston. And is it cheaper? On the whole, it's about $50 cheaper for a balcony is what you can do, and very comparable price for interior rooms. And if you're looking to go in Celebration, again, they're all the same ships. Celebration out of Miami is a little cheaper, $700, and just under $1,000 for a balcony. So $50 to $100 savings per person. And again, the pina colada factor, $5 to $10. And here's the prices. They're kind of all over the place for pre-spring break, and it just, it really matters when you book. They're trending up right now. The best time to buy would have been just before Christmas. And I suspect as the dust settles from the holidays, people go back to work. They're not looking at cruises anymore. You will see the prices trend down as the room availability kind of becomes stagnant. There becomes a lot of rooms available. They'll want to move those, so the prices will go down. Otherwise, if I said earlier about 5 minutes ago that Royal Caribbean is very volatile, as you're going to see here, Carnival is very flat. They don't change them as much, and the changes aren't as drastic. And that's just the point there. And it's funny because these are all the same ship, and the difference between the best price is about $300 for summer break. So Miami's $1,500, and the one out of Port Canaveral, Mardi Gras, is just over $1,200 right now. And the same is seen with interior, $900 to just north of $1,100. Hurricane season, so the prices go down from $1,500 to under $1,100, right around $1,000. And then we carry that into Thanksgiving, so they go back up for Thanksgiving, and they go up a little higher for Christmas. Well, a little higher, about $200-300 per person higher. Cheaper this year versus next year? Not really. We're not seeing that right now. They want the money this year and next year, and there's just demand. The demand's high. People are buying them while they're high, and all that does is makes the cruise prices higher, is what it does. So that's for next year. Now we're going to take a look at just comparing Norwegian Cruise Lines, Carnival Cruise Lines, Royal Caribbean. So we started off strong looking at the flagship cruise ships for the top tier cruise lines. Now we're just going to find you the best deal. Who is offering the best deal at the best price? Here's Royal Caribbean. There we showed the Icon of the Seas, which is their most expensive ships. Royal Caribbean raised their prices. So you went from $800, and then we had 2 consecutive data points for balcony rooms. Up to $1,100 was the best price we found for pre-spring break. Carnival and Norwegian are flat at just under $900. So an interesting time of year. We're entering the last, this is what we call the last minute cruise deals, and it's not as lucrative as before, I think, because they had record breaking bookings for Black Friday and Christmas. If we go into spring break, higher is the word. So is now the time to buy a spring break cruise? I don't think so, unless you want to buy high. It's not the data doesn't suggest it's a good time. Same thing with, it's just higher. All the prices are flat or higher right now. And you can see, again, when I said Royal Caribbean is volatile, as we've been doing this, it absolutely is volatile. Prices are higher for Thanksgiving. So for hurricane season, you're around under $1,800. During Thanksgiving, you're closer to $1,200. Same thing with Christmas. You're going to go up from $1,200 to about $1,400. Norwegian Cruise Lines wants about $2,200. They're very flat as well. This year versus next year, maybe $50 to $75 per person savings versus 2025. Again, Royal Caribbean is higher all the way around, and that takes us through hurricane season. Next Thanksgiving is slightly cheaper than this year Thanksgiving, and Christmas is according. So what if you're looking to go to Alaska? The Alaska cruises right now they're trending higher. Royal Caribbean, of course, continues they went from being the cheapest to the highest, and the other cruise lines are kind of flat. It's worth noting that Alaska, unlike Caribbean, where there's like 5 different seasons, Alaska has 3. There's before summer, which is before Memorial Day, then summer, which is the months of June, July, and August, and then after the kids go back to school in September. So this is the before summer. Then there's after summer, and you can see the prices shoot up to almost $2,500 to $1,750, and that is a big increase. So if you're looking to go during summer, these are the best prices that you can find for a balcony. Interior rooms are down under $1,000 or so. And then during summer, prices go. So if the prices go up during summer, after summer, the prices drop from $2,500 to $1,800. And if you're looking to go next year, 2026, $1,800 for a balcony, $1,500 if you're looking to go on a Carnival balcony, and then the Royal Caribbean right now is the cheapest. Although again, the big spike went from sub $1,200 to just almost at $1,400. So big spread. And again, we just point you to where the best deals are. The best deals, where you can save the money. It's the same. You're seeing the same part of the world, and that is pretty much what you're looking at for the after summer. So if hoping, pointing you to the direction is now. If you're asking, hey, is now the time to buy a cruise? This says, yeah, sure, it's the time to buy the cruise. Look at this, holy smokes, New Year's sales. The data doesn't suggest that now is an overwhelmingly good time to buy a cruise. It's the prices are still smoldering from record-breaking bookings. So if you have any questions, let me know. You can take this data set to your travel agent, or go to your Royal Caribbean, Carnival, or Norwegian Cruise Lines website and find the cruise that you're interested in. Until the next video, I hope you travel safe.